those people that are coming to Savannah, there's a lot to choose from, especially if you're a storyteller. Even in Chippewa Square, which Blue Orb Tours actually starts from, you have emblematic history, you have haunted history, and you have curious history. In this particular square, you have the Savannah Theater, started in 1818, is actually the longest running theater in the United States. Present day, it's known for the movie Forrest Gump. You probably remember Tom Hanks in those cut scenes where folks are waiting for the bus. That was actually shot right over there. And as you see James Oglethorpe kind of symbolically facing south, this was also the site of a Revolutionary War battle. Where we're standing is where the siege of Savannah actually began, which wasn't just the second bloodiest battle of the Revolutionary War, it was also the bloodiest hour of that war. So for the person coming to Savannah looking for all facets of history, there's really no better place to come. When people come to Savannah, usually the first question that we get is, why is Savannah America's most haunted city? There's three main reasons. They have to do with the number of tragic deaths that we've had here, how we've chosen to treat our dead, and then something that we like to call open invitation, which is really what we do every night as a tour company. Coming out here, photos, EVP recorders, telling stories, hopeful attitudes, and there's really no better place to kind of try to capture that than Colonial. In fact, Colonial Park Cemetery ties into all three of those reasons. So when you come here, you're not just in America's most haunted city, you're at its anchor location. And with that said, you're at one of the best spots in the country to be able to witness a possible paranormal anomaly. It's also one of those spots where you folks on the tour get something besides just the garden variety orb. Full-blown apparitions are not uncommon. And in fact, on Facebook, I would say probably a quarter of our photos actually come from the Colonial Park part of our tour. Colonial is one of those spots that is one of our more well-known ghost stories, but the tour also covers some locations with ghost stories that are not so well-known. The Mercer House is most commonly known for the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, which details the trial of Jim Williams. Jim was ultimately acquitted of that crime, and the book written by John Barrett actually went on to be on the New York Times bestseller list for about 4 years. It really was the beginning of why 11 million people a year started coming to a town 130,000 small. What people don't know is that the Mercer House actually has a ghost story that goes with it as well. What you'll find is sometimes folks will post on blogs or forums, they'll capture a photograph of what appears to be a blonde-haired boy on the top of the Mercer House. And they'll ask, does anyone know of a ghost story? Well, there actually is one. It involves, in fact, a blonde-haired boy in the 1960s that actually broke into this house and went 70 feet up to the roof. While he was up there, he was looking to shoot pigeons with a slingshot. And while he was doing it, he slipped, fell, and as he fell down the Gordon Street side of the Mercer House, he landed on the wrought iron fence, broke the tip of it off, and then went 7 feet down into the dry moat area where he was found. That particular boy has kind of been lost to history because of the fame surrounding the Mercer House, not just with Midnight, but also with the movie Glory as well that was filmed here. We have about 13 hours worth of material on this particular Blue Orb route. We only get through about 2 of it on any given night. But for the rest of these stories and other little known ghostly facts about Savannah, you can check out our book Savannah Shadows, which can be ordered at blueorbtours.com.